Yeah, with the whole Kramnik situation, not only with Naroditsky, from the beginning, I would say that obviously I've had problems with him. He was somebody who had a bit of a better reputation than he deserved for many reasons.
In the shadowy corners of the chess world, a storm has been brewing. A devastating loss has shattered the community, leaving players and fans around the globe in shock and disbelief. The sudden death of American Grandmaster Daniel Naroditsky at just 29 years old has not only ended the life of one of chess's brightest stars, but has also reignited a bitter controversy that reaches to the very top of the chess hierarchy. The chess world is no stranger to drama. From Cold War tensions to championship controversies, the 64 squares have witnessed countless battles both on and off the board. But what happened between Daniel Naroditsky and former world champion Vladimir Kramnik over the past year pushed the boundaries of professional conflict into something far more personal and potentially destructive.
Toxic passion.
I would have dug my grave over like one day of blitz. Drama has found me. Yeah.
The person who's usually crying is Hikaru, no?
This is an untouchable topic. Like, I don't know how to say this without pissing people off.
Is Levy going to become a GM?
Today, we explore how a heated dispute about online cheating spiraled into public accusations, mental anguish, and ultimately, tragedy. We'll examine how the chess elite responded, including world Don Magnus Carlson's powerful, belated admission about what many had suspected all along. This is the story of brilliance and bitterness, of accusation and anguish, and of a chess community now forced to confront its darkest impulses. Before he became the center of controversy, Daniel Naroditsky was simply a chess-obsessed kid from California, with an extraordinary gift, born in San Mateo to immigrant parents, his father Vladimir from Ukraine and mother Lena from Azerbaijan. Naroditsky discovered chess at age 6 when his father taught him the game. His rise through the ranks was meteoric. By age 12, he had already won the under-12 section of the World Youth Chess Championship, establishing himself as one of America's most promising talents. He became a grandmaster at 18 in 2013, the same year he claimed the U.S. Junior Championship. But what truly set Naroditsky apart wasn't just his play, it was his ability to communicate the game's complexities. At just 14 years old, he became the youngest published chess author in history, with his book Mastering Positional Chess. This was just the beginning of what would become his greatest legacy, making chess accessible and exciting for players of all levels. As chess experienced an unprecedented boom in popularity during the pandemic, Naroditsky emerged as one of its most beloved voices. His Twitch streams and YouTube videos attracted hundreds of thousands of followers. Unlike many top players, Naroditsky had a rare gift for explaining complex concepts with clarity and humor. His speedruns, where he would climb the rating ladder while providing insightful commentary, became legendary in the chess community. Fellow Grandmaster Alexander Bortnik described him as a very talented chess player, but more, he was a very good guy, a very kind guy. He was a good friend. This sentiment was echoed throughout the chess world. Naroditsky was universally respected not just for his chess brilliance, but for his character. His star continued to rise as he joined the Charlotte Chess Center as a resident grandmaster in 2020, became a columnist for the New York Times, and established himself as one of the most sought-after commentators for major chess events. In August 2025, just 2 months before his death, he won the U.S. National Blitz Championship with a perfect 14-0 score, demonstrating his exceptional skill in fast-paced chess. To the outside world, it seemed Naroditsky was living a chess player's dream. But beneath the surface, a controversy was brewing that would cast a shadow over his final year. Vladimir Kramnik is no ordinary chess player. In 2000, he shocked the world by defeating the seemingly invincible Garry Kasparov to become world chess champion, a title he held until 2007. As one of the most respected strategic minds in chess history, his words carried enormous weight. In late 2024, Kramnik began what many would later describe as a crusade against what he called statistical cheating in online chess. His primary weapon, statistical analysis, claiming to identify suspicious patterns in online games. Cheating has always been a sensitive topic in chess. In the digital age, the temptation to use powerful chess engines during online play has created new challenges for maintaining the game's integrity. But Kramnik's approach was unusual. Rather than working through official channels, he took to social media to publicly name players he suspected. Among those caught in Kramnik's crosshairs were some of the biggest names in modern chess: Hikaru Nakamura, David Navarra, and Daniel Naroditsky. For Naroditsky, the accusations must have been especially painful. He had once counted Kramnik among his chess heroes. Kramnik's allegations against Naroditsky were severe but vague, suggesting that his online performances were statistically implausible without computer assistance. He challenged Naroditsky to a $50,000 over-the-board match, claiming only in-person play could prove real skill. When Naroditsky declined, Kramnik interpreted this as confirmation of his suspicions. The chess community largely dismissed Kramnik's methods. Chess.com had already shut down his blog on their platform in 2023, stating he had used it to spread baseless cheating allegations about many dozens of players. Academic researchers from Chicago Booth and George Mason University published analysis, finding that similar accusations against players like Nakamura were almost certainly unfounded. The International Chess Federation (FIDE) publicly supported the accused players. Despite this near-universal rebuke from the chess establishment, the damage was done. In chess, reputation is everything, and even unfounded accusations can leave lasting stains. For months, Naroditsky tried to maintain his composure. He continued streaming, teaching, and competing at the highest level, but the toll of constant accusations was becoming evident. During an interview on the chess podcast Take, Naroditsky finally broke his silence with rare emotional force. "I'm really sick of it," he said, visibly shaken. "I'm not going to tolerate this kind of hate any longer." His words revealed the depth of his anguish. Cheating is the worst crime a chess player can commit. It's a reputation-ending crime to do it as a grand master. But what Kramnik has done, and what everyone who supports him has done morally, makes you worse than dirt. These weren't just the words of a professional defending his reputation, they were the raw response of someone who had dedicated his life to chess, only to have his integrity questioned on the world stage. In his streams, Naroditsky began showing signs of the pressure. "Ever since the Kramnik stuff," he admitted in one of his final broadcasts, "I feel like if I start doing well, people assume the worst of intentions. The issue is just the lingering effect of it. It's impossible to know exactly how deeply the accusations affected him psychologically, but friends and colleagues noticed changes. The normally patient, cheerful Naroditsky sometimes appeared frustrated or subdued. In his last video uploaded to YouTube before his death, titled "You Thought I Was Gone: Speedrun Returns," Naroditsky told his fans that, after a brief pause, he was back and better than ever. But according to reports, his final Twitch stream on Saturday, October 18, 2025, was concerning enough that viewers noticed something wasn't right. On Sunday, October 19, 2025, Daniel Naroditsky was found unresponsive at his home in Charlotte, North Carolina. According to Ukrainian Grandmaster Oleksandr Bortnik, a close friend and regular blitz partner at the Charlotte Chess Center, he and another friend had gone to check on Naroditsky and made the tragic discovery. The chess world learned of his passing the following morning when the Charlotte Chess Center made the announcement. The Naroditsky family shares the sad news of Daniel's unexpected passing. Daniel was a talented chess player, educator, and beloved member of the chess community. We ask for privacy as the family grieves. No official cause of death was released, but authorities confirmed there were no signs of foul play. Daniel Naroditsky was just 3 weeks away from turning 30 years old. The news sent shockwaves through the global chess community. Social media flooded with tributes. Dutch Grandmaster Benjamin Bach tweeted, "I still can't believe it and don't want to believe it." Levi Rosman, known as Gotham Chess, described his co-commentator as a talented grandmaster, exceptional commentator, and a brilliant individual. But as the community mourned, the controversy that had haunted Naroditsky's final year was about to explode. While most of the chess world was processing grief, Vladimir Kramnik's response took a different direction. Hours after the announcement of Naroditsky's death, Kramnik posted a message on X, formerly Twitter, that would ignite a firestorm. He shared a screenshot of what he claimed was a message from a friend of mine, a chess fan, expressing concern about Naroditsky's condition during his final stream. Kramnik wrote, "What exactly happened? Because I received this 2 days ago from a friend of mine, a chess fan, and at least I did what I could to warn people to do something urgently." He continued, "To those who prefer blaming and shaming instead of helping, this awful tragedy should be properly investigated. The post was striking for what it lacked, any direct expression of condolence, and for what it implied that Naroditsky's death might be connected to substance abuse or mental health issues that others had ignored. Without evidence, Kramnik was shifting the narrative away from his own role in the controversy. The reaction from the chess community was swift and fierce. 2 posts about it and still not a condolence, wrote one user. Another responded directly, "If that's you helping, I don't want to know what you do to people you hate." As grief transformed into outrage, prominent chess figures began speaking out. Chess coach Jacob Udgard called Kramnik's conduct evil, with nothing moral about how he behaved. Chess streamer Nemo Joe went even further, urging FIDE to revoke Kramnik's titles and erase his record from official archives. But perhaps the most significant response came from the world's top player, Magnus Carlson. For months, Magnus Carlson had remained largely silent about the feud between Kramnik and Naroditsky. As the highest-rated player in chess history and the face of the modern game, his words carried immense weight. Now, with Naroditsky gone, Carlson finally spoke out. In an emotional statement, Carlson began by reflecting on his personal connections with Naroditsky. "I've known Naroditsky for many years. We weren't close, but we played a ton of games against each other online. He was, first of all, a great opponent and also very respectful and nice." Carlson revealed intimate moments that highlighted their relationship. "Funnily, he was kind of with me during 2 of my biggest moments last year when I played him. I famously played him a few games on my wedding night after, Ella had passed out, and I also decided to play a few games from the hospital bed when we were waiting for the delivery. Then came the confession that many had been waiting for. Carlson's acknowledgement that he should have done more. I did feel at the very start, when he was going through this kind of crusade against cheating online, that even though I didn't agree with his numbers, at the end of the day, he was kind of fighting a good fight. But that turned on its head completely." Carlson continued, addressing the accusations directly. "First of all, he started to go after Hikaru, which seemed crazy. I thought that was bad in itself, but when he started going after Naroditsky so hard, first of all, I don't think he was cheating." His next statement was particularly significant, coming from a player who had previously raised his own concerns about cheating in chess. "I know that coming from me, some people will say that I have very little credibility on the matter, but I personally, in private, expressed that I was sorry for what he was going through and supported him." Then came the admission of regret. "I probably should have done that publicly as well, but I think people can understand some of the reasons why I was reluctant to do that fight more publicly. I thought the way he was going after Naroditsky was horrible, and seeing how it affected him was apparent." Without directly blaming Kramnik for Naroditsky's death, Carlson's words carried unmistakable weight. It had clearly taken him to a point where he was not in a great space. "It's a great loss. It's very, very sad for all of us that somebody who was such a resource to the chess community and also had a universally high approval rating from everybody he met was led to the place that he was."
Carlson's statement was the chess equivalent of a king's gambit, a powerful opening move that changed the dynamics of the conversation. By confirming what many had suspected, that Naroditsky had been unfairly targeted and deeply affected by the accusations, Carlson shifted the narrative away from speculation about Naroditsky's final days and toward the larger issues at play. As the days passed following Naroditsky's death, the chess world found itself deeply divided. While most mourned the loss of a beloved figure, others engaged in heated debates about accountability, mental health, and the toxicity that can fester in competitive environments. Some supporters of Kramnik maintained that his concerns about cheating were legitimate, even if his methods were flawed. They argued that maintaining the integrity of chess was paramount even when it meant asking uncomfortable questions. But the overwhelming sentiment was that lines had been crossed. Nihal Sarin, an Indian grandmaster, stated plainly, "The relentless, baseless accusations and public interrogations he faced in recent months caused him immense pressure and pain." The controversy raised difficult questions that extended beyond this individual tragedy. How should chess authorities handle accusations of cheating? What responsibilities do influential players have when using their platforms? How can the chess community protect its members' mental health while still addressing legitimate concerns about fair play? Kenneth Regan, a chess international master and computer science professor known for his work in cheat detection, acknowledged the challenge. The rate of cheating online is 100 to 200 times higher than the rate over the board, but he also emphasized the need for proper procedures rather than public accusations. For the chess community, Naroditsky's death became a moment of reckoning.
a tragic catalyst forcing examination of practices and norms that had long been accepted. Amidst the controversy and grief, the chess world also celebrated Naroditsky's remarkable legacy. Arkady Dvorkovich, president of the International Chess Federation, announced the establishment of a prize in memory of Naroditsky and his contributions to chess, describing the young grandmaster as brilliant, kind, and a truly good person. Daniel Weisbarth, co-owner of Silver Knights Chess Academy, highlighted Naroditsky's exceptional teaching abilities. Daniel was an incredible teacher and explainer of chess and concepts and ideas. Perhaps Naroditsky's greatest contribution was making chess more accessible and appealing to a wider audience. John Hartman, editor of Chess Life magazine, observed, "People, they see Daniel or other streamers and they start to play online chess. The streaming personalities, they lead people into the chess world." In the days following his death, numerous players shared stories of how Naroditsky had inspired them, taught them, or simply made them laugh. His videos continued to receive thousands of views as players revisited his lessons, not just about chess, but about approaching the game with joy, curiosity, and integrity. Beyond the board, Naroditsky's story has sparked important conversations about mental health in competitive environments, the responsibility of platforms in moderating accusations, and the need for more robust support systems for players facing public scrutiny. The chess world now faces a choice: to learn from this tragedy or to allow the same patterns to continue. The loss of Daniel Naroditsky at such a young age is a stark reminder that behind every move on the board is a human being, complex, vulnerable, and deserving of respect. As the chess community moves forward, Naroditsky's legacy serves as both inspiration and warning. His brilliant play, generous teaching, and warm spirit remind us of chess at its best. His experience with public accusations reminds us of its potential for harm. In the game of chess, every move has consequences. In the game of life, the stakes are infinitely higher. Daniel Naroditsky understood both, and in his too short time, he played them with extraordinary grace.